What are we doing?
It's a mystery.
You don't
Maybe
Sounds
say.
like you guys need to look for Daft
Being
Punk.
the
Maybe we should
cheapskates
just-
that we are, perhaps we could go to the church abbey and pose as clergymen and perhaps get inside information and free room and board.
Do I look like a fucking clergyman?
You could be a convert that doesn't speak.
Carrying a big ass sword.
You have
That
taken a
was
vow
sound.
of silence.
For 1 year and 1 day.
You do
We're
note.
gonna be in this town a year and a day.
You do note that there doesn't seem to be much in the way of entertainment stuff like Portishead. You don't see bars or performing halls. Mostly everything is either church business related or religious related.
We're in the Bible Belt, guys.
You
Oh,
are
boy.
indeed.
We're in a Southern Baptist town.
Welcome to Texas.
This is like that town Footloose was filmed in. Let's go. Let's go talk to some people.
All right.
So
Smart man can lead the way.
you know where the Prime Church is. You know where the Abbey is.
Let's go. I don't know. Let's go back to Party Town. Let's go back to Vegas. I mean, what time of day is it?
You slept after you got out of that little dungeon. You went back to the inn. You took care of business. You reported to Camellia, and I think you took a long rest. So you embarked on morning. Went across Lake Dragonfall. So it's probably around 3 o'clock. Based on how fast you are. Korgath was probably rowing, so it's more like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Should we just like go start looking around town, like tourists? And we can go look and see if they got some fighting pits. That worked out pretty good last time.
They probably don't have fighting pits here.
Well, neither did that last town. But we found where we needed to go. Maybe we
Yeah.
should-
No,
maybe we
we should maybe to the Abbey. Maybe not the big church. You know.
Maybe we should
Maybe
go
something
look
smaller.
Maybe we should go look for some fanatics that have the Red Dawn cult necklaces on. Maybe we can find some of them wandering around. Seems like a holy city. A lot of people around.
You're looking around.
Do I see anybody that looks like a Red Dragon cult? Red Dawn?
Nothing like what you saw on the cultists in Portishead. The cultists in Portishead had a fire emblem on them. You do see a lot of religious symbols going around, the most common of which being the 8-pointed star, representing the 8 dragons of Drangleth. You also see symbols for individual dragons. A green harvest for Ilyana, a purple heart for Morgana. You don't see any flames.
Hey Archie, is your guy here anywhere?
And I have 2.
You have 2?
Oh. It's all about balance. How about did you not read the pamphlet?
Was it homework?
We
I
went
think you're
over
making
this.
an assumption that he can read.
Easy. Maybe
Well,
put pictures in the pamphlet and I'll read it.
oh no, it's all about balance. There's 2 of them. There's life and death.
There's none of them here.
Pictures and
No.
words?
This isn't just like it's about the dragons. It's all about the dragons here.
Well, I mean, mine are dragons too, but are any of the other deities on those dragons?
Of any of the other deities on what?
Like the Morgan one and all that?
He just said.
You
I know,
see.
but are they dragons?
Yes. So these are dragons too. You do see also a black dragon and a white dragon. Except their representation is different than anything that you had encountered in your faith. Um, the white dragon here seems to be referred to as Asma instead of Asura, and it's depicted as a motherly figure. You see the black dragon here is referred to as Karen instead of Inma, and he is represented as a hooded figure holding a scythe.
There's 2 white dragons and 2 black dragons?
One white, one black.
But those aren't the same name as yours.
No, but they may be similar to. Seems
Okay.
very life and death. I don't know. I've never been to this side of the world. Could be.
That hurt. Oh.
Elephant in a dark room classes.
What?
You've never heard that?
No.
If you get all the world's religions, you have an elephant in a dark room. Everybody feels a different part of it, but they're all feeling the same thing.
Gotcha. I mean, it seems
I knew what you
fairly
were saying.
similar.
We're gonna say, but she's hurting.
It seems fairly similar, but I mean, 2 different names, different languages.
This is like the holy city Mecca or something for dragons. Let's go. Let's go. Just go talk to people. Let's ask anybody if they've seen some crazy fanatics around.
May get along with people here.
Who, me?
Not everything is about you.
So are
Wow.
you wandering towards the abbey or towards the church, or are you just aimlessly wandering?
Should we go to the abbey? Maybe start small?
Yeah.
I think the church is kind of a big thing.
We might not want to
I
call this
agree.
thing,
Let's follow you, Archie. This is your home turf.
But I'm not from here.
Yes, but you're
I don't-
religious
this
and
is
the
not
rest of
my
us are
home.
not.
But this isn't my home. You live closer to here than I do.
That is true, but I am not a member of the church. Although I suppose I could make quite a convincing one if pressed.
You could. You could make a great one.
Oh, it's
You
lunchtime too. Maybe I'll have food at Abbey.
you
Possible.
wander your way across the various religious people and people here on pilgrimage. You come across the abbey that you were told about. You're very close to the church at this point, although you did not have to cross the church to get to it from the direction you came. It's a rather large abbey, very old architecture. Looks like it was repurposed from part of a keep that used to be here. You see a couple of people in official-looking robes outside, bearing the 8-pointed star relayed in very fancy-looking silver on pendants dangling from their necks.
Do I know what the symbol is?
The 8-pointed star, you figured out at this point, is sort of the general symbol of Drangleth, where with 8 dragons, a lot of people choose to pay more attention to one or a couple over the others. The 8-pointed star simply means that they're affiliated with all of them, and it doesn't matter which one in particular, as long as you are a person of faith, you will be accepted.
Oh, well, that's good then. Just don't say anything bad. Okay.
We should
From
probably
your
get
men.
symbols of faith to put on ourselves so we look like we're part of the crowd.
Possibly.
You do figure that these symbols do have to come from somewhere, and if it was going to be anywhere, it would be the Holy Mecca.
We might be able to come into the abbey, you know. You said about pretending like y'all were, coming to join the church, or,
I have an idea. Don't worry, I'll take care of this.
Oh boy.
Shall I hold your beer and watch?
Just don't say anything. Archie, you can say things, but the rest of us should probably be fairly quiet, other than myself, of course.
You sure?
Unless you have something useful to say, Mr. Smiley, which is quite rare for you.
Oh,
Oh, burn. Let's get this show on the road.
Knock, knock.
You walk up to the two gentlemen at the door, and they bow to you graciously. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters.
Howdy, sir. My name is Russell T. Beauregard, the fine Reverend of the peaceful town of Bulwark, and it is so nice to make your acquaintance. Me and my pilgrims here, we have come from so far away to see the holy city and all its grandeur, and I do have to say it is amazing.
Their faces kind of both light up. Bulwark? That is quite a pilgrimage, sir.
Indeed, we have come from so very far away, but I do assure you that the good word is heard out there, and there are many followers of the great word.
Brother Caudle, you traveled through Bulwark once, didn't you? The other member nods his head enthusiastically. Yes, it was a wonderful little hamlet. Very faithful people, very good people, salt of the earth, followers of Ilyana, if I am not mistaken. We welcome you. We welcome you with open arms. What can we do for you?
Well, thank you. Unfortunately, we've spent the majority of our meager amounts of funds that we had to travel with, and we were hoping you could provide a place for us to stay, as we are pilgrims here to see this holy city and all that it has to offer.
Absolutely. You and your brethren are absolutely welcome in the Abbey. We have plenty of space on the second floor. I hope you don't mind sharing a room.
Oh, no, that is fine. We have made do with little our entire lives.
Oh yes, understandable. There are mats available. Mats, they're comfortable enough. And we are going to have meals available around 6 o'clock.
Well, thank you, sir. You are so kind. We will tell tales of your kindness when we return to Bulwark, and all the people there will be amazed at your kindness and your hospitality.
They bow their heads graciously and step aside for you to enter the Abbey.
Well, shall we, pilgrims?
I'm just gonna nod while trying to stifle a giggle.
You go inside the Abbey. You're struck by how quiet it is for how many people are around. A lot of people wearing robes. You figure that these are acolytes. Rather than a drab brown or monocolor, as you might expect, the robes seem to be drawn from 8 different colors in a spiral pattern down the back. Upon your entry, they take notice of you, but since you were allowed in, they do not hassle you.
Do we see, like, when we walk in, it's like a big altar? Like, what's going on in there?
So you see, it's a lot of closed-off rooms, quiet little nooks for, you see people studying holy texts, you see small little lessons going on, oral traditions, stories from the holy texts, and histories. You overhear one higher-ranking member telling some initiates about the hubris of King Janison, and how it is important to never let the love of one dragon supersede the love of them all.
Hmm.
So it's not for praying specifically, it's for religious studies.
Hmm.
It's like a dorm.
Nice. Well, first, we should find our where they wanted us to stay, or where they said that we could stay. Find that first, I think.
I agree. We should find it, and then make plans to decide what we're gonna do in this holy city.
Yes.
Can anyone still hear us?
Yeah, I mean, there are people around, and it's very quiet in here, so...
I like to think I said that rather quietly. We still, yeah, no, we should find our rooms first.
Mm-hmm.
So you go to, your room where the, welcomer told you it was, on the second floor. You step in. It's gonna be kind of cramped with 6 people in there, but there's enough to fit you all. There is nary but a desk, a washing basin, a small little sectioned off area for cleaning, and many rolled up mats for sleeping.
Can I get the Bible out of the desk? I mean, there's got to be a Bible on the desk, right?
Absolutely. So you whip it out, and you have the King Rhodes Bible in your hands.
First, I'm reading while you guys do your sleep thing.
I don't think we have to
Okay.
sleep yet. I think
It's nice afternoon!
yeah.
Well, you guys
Quiet.
sleep at weird times. I don't know where.
Basically, anytime we sleep is weird for him.
Okay. I am going to show a couple of handouts to you, Telric. There we go.
Are we sleeping?
No!
Those are some excerpts from the Bible that you're holding.
I didn't think so. I was just checking.
Let's go look around.
Well,
It's
we
a
need to have a
small room.
plan. Are we going to walk around here, kind of figure out what these people are? I mean, are they evil cultists? We don't know yet.
They seem quite peaceful to me. Perhaps we should go about and ask them about what's underneath the temple.
There isn't anything.
Maybe we
underneath.
should work our way up to that. I don't know if, like, outright coming in being like, what's the scary juju under there? It's probably the best thing.
Maybe we should just go look for a way to get under the temple.
We might be able to kind of, like, skirt around it and have someone, mention it. Talk about crazy rumors for our whole town.
Maybe we could be
About how
scared.
there was maybe a body under the temple, and I don't know, Rupert, you could probably come up with something, yeah?
You're mighty sure I can.
What if we're like sewer repairmen and we need underneath the temple to fix a leak?
I don't think any of us look very surly enough to be repaired.
I'm rather surly.
Was that why you gotta be mean?
I'm like a 3-foot tall bird, sir.
You get in the tight to reach faces. I lift the heavy shit.
Oh, I think we should just talk to them and kind of see what someone says.
Hey,
Because we don't know, there could be nothing down there. Maybe it was just one crazy person who had a rumor.
well, let's go find that crazy person then and talk to her. Maybe we should go ask where the crazy guy is that came up with the rumor about some shit underneath the temple.
Maybe. Or we could walk around here. It seemed like they were doing learning studies.
Bunch of nerds.
That's very rude.
Now, Brother Korgath, that is not kind.
His voice is going to be stuck like this forever.
And you took a vow of silence, if I remember right. So you're gonna need to zip that lip, Buster.
I don't ever remember anything, so I'm gonna kill
Destroy all humans.
her.
Maybe we'll talk to the folks around here. We can act like, we can continue the pilgrimage thing. see what they all say. Ask them what the hopping things to do around town are.
There aren't any fucking hopping things. We left the hopping thing to do town.
Well, I mean, in a religious town, the hopping things are religious.
There's not even any alcohol in this town.
Brother
Probably
Corgat,
not.
alcohol is a sin.
Killing's a sin too, but I'm getting closer to doing both.
Well, you need to put that axe back in your pants, Buster, and put those thoughts of killing in the back of your mind for the time being.
I don't kill things with my penis, but I'll put it back in my pants.
It's an expression now. I don't appreciate that kind of language. I did not raise the Church of Bulwark to be hedonists and court jesters.
Maybe you should have tried harder.
I feel like you're getting scolded by Mr. Rogers, and it's amazing.
I mean, as tall as you are, you couldn't have raised the church very high anyway.
Your insults do nothing to me, Brother Corgath. I believe a famous dragon once said, if a man strikes you in the cheek, you turn and let him strike you in the other cheek.
Oh, so I can hit you on both sides of your face? Come here. Come right over here.
I think this is a fine time to go out and begin speaking with these fine people and see what they have to know.
Wonder how many of them would let me slap them on the face.
Probably not many of them, good sir.
I'm gonna limber up my slapping hand just in case.
No slapping people. Don't hurt people. They're nice religious folks here.
But it's a religious thing. You get to slap them on both sides of the face.
Expression.
You are interrupted by a knock on the door.
Bow of silence.
Come in. Come
Bow
in.
of silence.
The,
Oh wait, no, it was just Corgath. Never mind.
I'm popping my knuckles instead of saying anything.
the door opens up, and you see Brother Coddle stride in. He's like, "Oh, good. I see you have found your rooms. Hope you're finding everything to your liking."
Of course we are, dear brother. Thank you for checking up on us once more. What can we do for you?
I was wondering if you had any questions about the church or the history of Dragonfall. It is one of the oldest cities on the continent. There's
Of
much
course, we don't get much information out where we're from, so we would be glad to hear whatever you have to tell us.
We really wanted to do, some of the sightseeing. It's kind of a religious tour.
Is there a walking tour?
Yeah.
Have you not been in the church yet?
No,
No.
we came
Just
here
arrived.
first. We wanted to get a little bit of relaxation, and it's been such a long journey,
Well, then I would be delighted to take you on a tour of the Prime Church. Are you ready at this point in time?
Oh, that would
I
be
believe we
wonderful.
are, friends. Oh, I would like to introduce all of my companions to you, good sir.
Absolutely.
This here, and I'm pointing over to Archie, is Archie. She is a bird person from far away.
It's
But
Eric.
she came to us at Bulwark, and we have been glad to have her ever since.
He bows to you, Archie, and he says, "It's Aarakocra, right?
Yes.
Looks like Cyprus, yes? Or is it Blade Island? I'm sorry, I don't meet many of your kind."
Blade Island is where I'm from.
Ah, yes, and that would explain... Ah, that is Asura and Inma.
Indeed. Seems very similar to your deities there. What was it? Karen and
Asma, yes.
Asma. Oh, yes.
There are...
Very nice.
There is much to discuss in that regard, but I am being extremely rude. He turns back to you, Rupert. The rest of your fine friends?
I point over to Nag. This here amazing snake individual that I've never seen anyone like him before. His name is Nag. He's a very nice snake. Would you like to say hello, Nag?
I look up from the book that I am reading. Good
We're
afternoon.
And
We're
Coddle,
working on teaching him the finer points of religion.
Coddle smiles. He smiles politely, although you can tell like he's stealing himself at seeing the giant snake person.
Oh, don't mind him. He just likes to read. He is a whirlpool of information. I tell you what, he just takes a book, sucks it right down, and he can spit off all the facts you ever want to know.
It's almost like the book talks to you.
Exactly.
It's so good.
This old big fella, the big green fella here, his name is Brother Buster, and he has taken a vow of silence to glorify the great deity. So that's why you won't hear him speak none.
And Coddle bows low to Korgath. He says, "A million respects upon you, Brother Buster."
This here, and I point to Haneke. She's being very quiet, but usually she is quite the chatterbox. She is full of reverence at this time. Her name is Haneke.
He nods.
And then we have some other people here. And I'm assuming the one girl is still with us, Lulu.
Lulu, yes.
This fine gnome that we met along the road, her name is Lulu, and she's here as well to revel in the glory of the deities.
Lulu actually busts out like an old school curtsy at Coddle, and Coddle seems amused.
As you can see, she is extremely polite. We try to practice our manners in Bulwark. I try to teach these people well.
She smiles wide. Rupert's been so kind to me ever since I met him.
Oh, yes. Yes, and this over here, and I point to Mr. Smiley, this is Rupert. He is...
Nice.
picked him up on the high... He used to be on the high seas, and he came to Bulwark to repent. Can you believe it? He used to be a terrible person, and now we've turned him into a follower. And he has become a good man and very helpful around the town.
Brother Coddle seems a bit overwhelmed with emotion at this point. He's kind of holding back tears. He's like, "You have such beautiful stories, all of you. These are the kind of pilgrims that we wish to see here in this holy city."
Thank you. And again, my name is Russell T. Beauregard.
Lulu scratches the back of her head and smiles.
Pleasure again to make your acquaintance.
Well, gentlemen and ladies, shall we begin our tour?
Oh, yes, please.
As he turns around to walk away, I just want like a little trickle of blood to run out of the corner of my mouth where I've been biting.
So he leads you back through the abbey, and outside. Are you still reading that book, Nag?
I mean, I will close it and carry it with me.
Okay. With your passive perception, you notice you step over a sewer grate as you go along the street towards the Prime Church.
I will look around and just kind of take note of where it is.
Yep, you memorize its location, about a block away from the church.
Ah, easy.
He walks you towards the large wooden front doors of the church. And from this angle, it really does seem to dwarf everything else going on in the city. Coddle starts to speak out. The first thing people are curious about when they come to this city is what happened 100 years ago.
What happened 100 years ago?
Well, things became imbalanced. The separation between the men who controlled the legal status and the men who controlled the goings-on of the church became too tightly coupled. There was a certain fervor that broke out, and the heart of it was right here in Dragonfall. And regrettably, had to do with the red dragon known as Janus. Still to this day, people kind of regard that name as a name associated with evil, with aggression. But in my studies of the holy texts, it was never evil and aggression. It was only ambition was what Janus desired. Regardless, King Janison thought himself above other mortals. He thought himself to have a direct connection with the god Janus. It was hubris that made him think this, and hubris that seemed to sweep over the land as regrettably many died in a warpath to convert everybody to this way of thinking. The ensuing war sits as a blight upon the history of not just Drangleth, but the continent itself. Since then, great strides have been made to make reparations and re-examine the role of religious life in a society that is advancing the way it is. He finishes talking as you approach the front gates.
Oh wow, this church is very large. Much bigger than anything I've ever seen.
This is a holdover from the hubris of those times. This whole church used to be dedicated to Janus. Of course, it has been converted to a general faith church. He motions to the 8-pointed star in stained glass high above. Still. A service shall be beginning in about 30 minutes. Perhaps we can speak with Reverend Angelina.
Oh, that would be wonderful if we could attend.
Yes.
Yes, we
Learn
would
more?
love to. We would love to hear a wonderful sermon from this great city. And I would love to be a listener for once rather than a preacher.
Yes, that is the attitude most of the time. I was hoping to even have a conversation with Sister Angelina herself. She is studying to become a Prime Cardinal. Very high ranking in the church, so she would have even more wisdom than I. Come, let us go in.
Hello. I'm not talking. I'm just making sure my mic's.
Yep, it's working.
Okay, I'm just.
So you go inside. You see a very large hall. Extremely wide, extremely tall. You see the interior of the 8-pointed star glass pane that he pointed out from outside. The floor is smoothed out marble with a red carpet leading from the entryway to a raised dais with the 8-pointed star sitting upon an altar at the front. As service is not in right now, a few acolytes are milling about the various pews that are set up. Gazing upon the far walls, you see paintings. And I would like each of you to make a perception check.
Man, if I see anything, I won't be able to tell anybody.
You can nudge somebody. Where's my perception? +4. So 18.
We're all so good.
Nag. Towards the center of the marble, very, very faint, You see a little bit of discoloration. Very faint on the marble. It looks black and red. Upon you noticing it, Milo twitches very intensely in your pouch.
I put my hand down to my pouch, just like, and just looking for something.
Brother Caudle does not seem to have noticed this, and he motions around. Yes, if I were to have it my way, it would not be as big or as grand as it is. But the grandeur is more for us mortals than for the gods themselves. It gives a sense of purpose. Come, let us see if we can find Sister Angelina. So, he leads you around the pews, around the various sconces and braziers. You catch a very serious whiff of incense floating through the air, being disseminated by dangling chandeliers. Leads you around towards a side room. He scratches his chin. She will probably be preparing her notes in her office here. Kind of leads you towards an empty hallway, and knocks on a closed door a few times. A little bit later, the door opens. Yeah, thank you. The door opens, and much to your surprise, you see an orcish woman. Open
Whoa!
up. She is wearing similar robes to the acolytes, although she has multicolored ropes around her neck, whereas the acolytes did not. Brother Caudle bows graciously. Sister Angelina, we have pilgrims from Bulwark here to visit. Angelina kind of smiles. She's like, oh, that is a very long journey. How do you do?
We do mighty fine, ma'am. My name is Russell T. Beauregard. I am the reverend at the small church that we have in Bulwark. And these are my pilgrims that have come with me to revel in the glory of the deities here at this city.
Angelina smiles at each of you, and then she looks at Caudle. She says, Brother Caudle, I require more blessed water for tonight's service. Can you please go and fetch me some? Brother Caudle seems a bit surprised and then nods. Yes, right away. Caudle leaves you. Angelina looks at each of you seriously, and she's like, join me in my office if you would. She, yes?
Sure.
She seems a little bit rushed about making the motions for you to come in. And
We're so fucked.
once you're in, she closes the door and then kind of scratches the back of her head. So, I'm assuming that you're the Talons that I received word about.
The talons? Whatever is a talon? I mean, the only bird I see here is Archie.
I do have talents.
Relax, relax, relax. Angelina realizes she's probably put you off. I'm here to help.
Ha ha! Did you like my ruse, everyone?
It was very convincing.
Angelina shakes her head. Anybody who's been to Bulwark knows, there's not many Fae in Bulwark. There's probably about one, last I've heard.
2.
I mean, there's a few now.
Yeah. I suppose things have changed since I've been there, perhaps for the better.
It's all due to my teachings.
Yes, I'm sure that you all have had something to do with this. Regardless, I received a raven from Camellia from Portishead, just a little bit ago. She seemed rather desperate. I am to believe the situation involves a cult and a noble.
Unfortunately, yes.
I see.
Seem to be coming after artifacts.
Sheila sighs and rubs the side of her temple. Artifacts, you say? Well, if there's going to be anywhere there are artifacts of the Red War, it's going to be here. We have several out on display in the main room, though I'm not sure what he'd want with those. I do hope that he doesn't know about... She gives you guys a double take and kind of looks away again. I imagine
Thing
you...
under the church?
Yes, the thing under the church. Yes, it's real.
There was some crazy man at the dock who mentioned it. He was like, there's definitely not something under the church.
Yes, we get a lot of pilgrims here who claim to be looking for the secret under the church. We always turn them away and assure them that there is no such thing. But there is. This church was built a very, very long time ago, and it was built over some catacombs. And those catacombs only expanded and grew to hold more people, especially after the Red War. Historians and arcanists have been down there, but whenever old magics are going on under the church, we haven't been able to decipher or figure out. Regardless, we don't want anybody just wandering in there, playing around with things and desecrating the dead.
We don't do that.
No, we definitely don't do that. And I'm just going to court like all of them a dirty look.
She looks at you seriously and decides to ignore that comment. Well, there are many places under the church that we haven't been able to get to yet because the doors seem sealed, and we're not willing to explode ancient pieces of history just for our own curiosity. Maybe this noble of yours is...
Oh, he would definitely destroy anything to get what he wants. I wouldn't put it past him to basically tear down this little church if he had to.
She frowns. Well, that cannot be allowed. Simply put, this place is too important to everybody. If he wants something under there that badly, he most certainly should not be allowed to get it.
Can you think what would be the most important thing down there? At least to you?
I was merely interested in the stories of those who died fighting the oppressive regime from 100 years ago. It's an immaterial thing. However, there are doors that we haven't been able to get into, and there is a very large door with a lock so complex that we couldn't even figure out how to activate the lock itself, much less unlock it. So, whatever's behind there, somebody or something wanted it protected very dearly. If it's worth that much protecting, it can't be left to the hands of somebody like your noble.
Well, we love puzzles, right, guys? You could
Yes.
take a look at it?
Sure. I will not be able to join you as to avoid arousing suspicion, but I can let you into the place.
Should we do this now?
Mm-hmm.
Is it very far down there? I know you said they're very big.
Yes, it is quite a ways underground.
Hmm.
But if somebody's planning to blow up my church, I'd prefer you not to waste time.
Korgath, you know you can speak now, right? Don't have to grunt at us.
Well, let's go.
She
I like
nods.
that enthusiasm, Buster.
Alright, but once we get out of the room, you have to be quiet again.
Call me Buster one more time.
She agrees. Yes, just keep up the act till I bring you to the entrance. Opens up the door to her office and leads you down several corridors. She takes you through a very unassuming door, one that she has to pull out a keyring and unlock. And you go down several more twisting hallways, till finally you come to the scent of, well, mildew. Old stone. Wet stone. You are led to a set of stairs that leads down into the darkness. She, gestures at you. We don't bring torches down there so as to avoid, accidentally incinerating anything. But, being fey as you are, I imagine that the darkness is not too big of a concern for you.
I'm scared of it.
It is not. We have non-fire ways of providing
Don't
light.
we? Yeah. Yeah, we do.
She nods.
We have fancy spells.
Yes, I figured as such. Very well. Please do whatever you can to stop him.
We will certainly try. Because fuck that guy.
Brother
I mean,
An-
I'm sorry.
Language,
My
dear.
language in the church. I'm sorry.
Sister Angelina, bows to you respectfully, and then turns to perform her service. So you, are you descending the stairs?
Mm.
Alright. Reveal some areas.
Korgath first.
Mm-mm.
Well done,
big one.
everyone. We kept up the ruse for quite some time, and look where it got us.
Korgath, I'm so proud of you.
I was Rupert for a
Good job, Buster.
It's
All
weird,
right.
wasn't it, Smiley?
while.
How did it feel to be Rupert?
So popular.
Alright, so we can go ahead and do tokens here. I can draw a pink box for you real quick. Not that it matters much, you're not in combat. You descend down into the stairs. The light from the church above leaves you behind rather quickly as you spiral down and down and down. Eventually, the stairs give way to an enclosed area. Around you, you are surrounded by stone walls and stone floors. The vague smell of death accompanies this dark room. Bones of the dead lay resting around all the walls. Immediately in this room, you notice four things. You notice a hallway leading to the east. You notice a hallway leading to the west, and you notice a hallway leading to the south. The last thing you notice is an odd box with glowing symbols on it.
Did we ask where to go once we got down here to get where we the big door that was locked?
She said that Upon getting to the bottom of the stairs, work your way north to find the giant door.
We going north?
North,
Well-
yes. That direction you can tell easily when inside. I'm gonna try and remember which way was north from one. I don't remember. I don't know.
Nope.
Where?
attempt to remember.
To attempt to remember where north is? Sure. Survival, Mr. Smiley. You figure that north would be, well, through the wall. Where you
We
came
just
from.
came from the.
You just came from the north.
So we have to go south to go north again.
Hmm?
Or
Well, what if we go here to our left? And then
Well, that's
maybe,
going-
maybe something hooks back around?
I suppose.
That makes sense.
Yeah, go
What's in the box, Mr.
left,
Smiley?
and
Have
then-
you looked in the box?
Are you investigating the box?
I will. I'll check it for traps.
You can investigate it.
Nope.
You look over the box. This is a strange box. It's metal, completely metal. You see symbols that you do not recognize, Smiley. Nag, roll knowledge, religion.
I'm not trained in it, but I.
Oh, you're not. Never mind then.
I'm not.
You are, Miss Archie. Roll knowledge, religion. These are old common runes. These are religious markings from a time when the language didn't use letters so much as pictographs. You can't tell what these pictographs mean, just that they're from a very ancient version of the language that you speak. The runes on this box are glowing with a faint blue color. You see the seams on the box, where it looks like it could be opened.
Can I open it? Does it look like?
You attempt to
Can
open
I
it.
kind of open around, look around it before I actually pop it open?
You attempt to, but it seems sealed very shut. You don't see any kind of locking mechanism, but yet the top refuses to come off.
How big is the box?
It's about 5 foot by 5 foot.
Alright, so there's no carrying the box with us. Well then, there must be some sort of switch or something around, maybe? Something that matches it? There's no, like, keyholes or anything like that.
No, you don't see a keyhole. You see no mechanism on the box.
A magical switch.
You looking down that hallway, Mr. Smiley?
Yes.
Alright. You see that the hallway continues and dead ends into a room that opens up. You also see that a little bit down the hall, you see the hallway moves towards the north. You also see a metal door on the south side of that junction.
Oh. I will head this way.
Okay.
Sneakily.
Roll your stealth. Okay. You think you're pretty stealthy. You look up. You see that this hallway, again, kind of opens up into a room, although you can't see too far in there. With your dark vision, yeah, you can see about, like, right up there. The door below you, the door to your south, is extremely heavy metal and shut. You do not see an exterior lock.
Oh. What's this way? Is that just weird stone? Can I head this way and take a look?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You come in here. You see a small little room. Some of the bodies and skulls that are in the walls, they seem to have been put here with a bit more care than some of the ones in the other walls that you've seen. You look around. You notice something strange to the north side of the room. The skulls and skeletons encased in the wall, and those seem to stop. And you see 4 holes in the wall, all of them identical in size, all of them big enough to fit an arm. Beneath these 4 holes, you see, you don't recognize those symbols, Smiley.
XIXVIII VII.
Are you saying that out loud?
No, I'll go back and tell the group what I found.
Okay.
This place is weird.
So he tells the group about the room he found.
Interesting.
Very.
Should we go check that one out? All together?
I just want to take a quick peek down both ways as we walk that direction.
To the south. To the south from the main room.
And east.
Okay.
There's thing. I got dark vision 60, so
yeah.
Just take a quick peek down.
Oh yeah, it's dark as hell down here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I need a drift globe.
You see, to the south, you see a long room. You see an exit to the east of that long room. You see a large metal door in that room, and a weird squared off section of the stone next to that metal door. Looking to the east, you see another weird squared off section in the wall. You see that, yeah, that thing. Yes. And the room opens up.
I want to just go here and take a look at it.
As you approach this squared off thing, Nag, it suddenly starts to glow. The stone disappears away, and you are presented with a strange looking panel.
Oh shit. Oh my god, let's zoom out so I can see the whole thing.
Alright. So, what you can do here is grab your freehand tool and roll 20.
Uh-huh.
Nag, as you examine this panel, you feel drawn to tap your finger against one of the spiral symbols. To your surprise, you find that you can draw a line starting at any of the spiral symbols.
Okay. I will touch the bottom left one.
Yes, you can draw any uninterrupted line from the bottom left spiral to anywhere, although you can't go back over your own line.
I will take it into this this one. See what happens.
Okay. You find that you cannot draw through the brown squares that you see. Only in the open purple squares.
So I can't go through those little black dot thingy.
You can go through the black dots, and in fact, your line covers up the black dot completely as you take it through.
I can't seem to delete my line to make a better line.
You can press Control-Z to undo, or you can just click on it and delete, which I can do for you.
Problems.
Yep.
Okay. I want to go all the way over. What happens when I hit this thingy?
Nothing seems to happen. Roll insight real quick, Mr. Nag. You get the inkling that you may not have enough information.
Okay. I'll come back to this. I will go back to the group.
To the labyrinth.
It's like a puzzle on this panel, but I don't think I know enough. I don't think we found enough clues to figure it out.
Do you think we should split up and look for clues?
Oh, that sounds like a grand plan of how to die. What's this thing I'm standing next to? Is that anything, or is it?
That is a door. It is heavy. It is metal. You see no exterior lock. It is barred tight, as though from the other side.
Okay.
Yes, Brother Buster.
Well, you guys said you were going to go look at the holes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're all go and examine the holes. You recognize these, both Nag and Archie. That is the old way that used to denote numbers. That's counting from 10 to 1. The holes are large enough to accommodate an arm.
Okay. Anyone want to stick their arm in?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, nothing's gonna happen.
I'm gonna put my mage hand, cast mage hand, and put it in the hole.
Which hole?
The far left one.
Excuse me.
Okay. In the far left hole, your mage hand goes in. You feel it connect with a switch.
I flip the switch.
Mage hand has a 10-pound limit, right?
Yes.
You can't put enough energy into mage hand to get enough pull on that. It requires more than 10 pounds of force.
There's a switch in there, Kolgath. I am too weak to pull it. You're going to have to do it.
You can speak down here.
I'm Brother Buster. I don't know who Korgoth is. Why do I want to stick my hand in there and flip the switch? That doesn't sound very good fun.
Use your left hand.
No. How about I use neither hand? Well, my
I'll do
sword?
it.
Would my sword fit in there?
Would your sword fit in there?
Yeah.
Too big. Your sword is too big.
Mm.
I'll put my hand in there.
Alright, you put your head in the far left hole, and you feel a switch, Mr. Smiley.
I'll flip it, and then pull my hand out.
You pull the switch, and pull your hand out. A few seconds pass, and then you hear a mechanical sound as the switch resets itself.
I'm just gonna stick my hand in the second one.
The second one from the left?
Yeah.
You stick your hand in there. Out of nowhere, you get a harsh burning sensation on your hand.
Ow!
Take 2 damage.
That's why you don't go sticking your hand or anything else in dark holes you don't know nothing about.
I stick my hand in the third hole.
In the third hole, you feel a switch, Nag.
Alright. I stick my hand, I pull it out, and I stick my hand in the fourth hole.
You again feel a burning sensation. You take 4 damage.
Alright, Mr. Smiley. Put your hand in the first one, and I'll put my hand in the third one. And on a count of 3, we'll flip the switches.
Alright. Let's do that.
3, 2, 1, flip.
I flip it.
You both flip the switches at the same time. You hear them lock into place, and then retract into the wall. Far to the east, you hear the sound of something opening up to the east.
Sounded like something opened up to the east.
Did.
Seems like y'all did the right stuff. Good job.
Thanks.
Or we're all gonna die now. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Good job until we know otherwise.
Whatever opened up, it's not immediately apparent to you.
Did the chest open up?
You go back in which chest? This one in the main room?
Yeah.
No, that one is still glowing with the blue runes.
Can I check this door?
You look at that door. That door again is heavy and metal, and it seems to be barred. You do see a weird squared-off section next to the right next to the door, similar to what Nag was staring at, but you're not quite sure what Nag was talking about because it doesn't respond to your presence at all.
Stupid. Where? I look in down this hallway.
Yeah, you see a very featureless room.
Well, there's a sound over here, right? Let's go check it out.
Yes.
Well, I mean, this door right here, is it still locked? That was actually east of where that was. What about this one right here?
It's still very locked.
Oh, yeah.
But you do come in here. You notice in the corner of this room there is a smaller metal box that has been opened up.
Ah.
This looks like it was opened up. You reach inside. You find a crude drawing in there, Nag. I'm going to show that to players. Drawing found in coffin.
It all makes sense now.
Snape killed Vader?
Yep.
Those squares look similar to the one you saw on the panel.
What's
but
up there?
you still figure that you don't quite have enough information, Nag. Up there, Korgath, you see another hallway.
To the south or the north?
The south? Hell, ain't nothing down there. gonna keep going this way. Fuck it. What's over here?
Okay.
Not being quiet. Very
Well, you seem to have found your door.
Hey! Mission accomplished, guys. Found the door. We can go home now. It's still here.
At the end of this hallway, you see a grandiose wooden door. The walls leading up to it become more ornate than the plain stone, which houses the dead elsewhere.
Hey, we can just stay here and guard the door and wait on Cecil. We're good. Mission accomplished.
I'll take a peek down these hallways.
Okay. You take a look down the eastern hallway. You see a dragon statue, which I've neglected to draw anything for. Sorry. That's going to be That's going to be right here. You see a statue of a dragon is built into the wall, facing the hallway. And you look to the west. You see that it opens up into a room. From where you are, you can see another one of those big metal boxes with the glowing runes on it.
Well, this is north, yeah?
We found the door. It's still here. We're good. We win. We can go home.
Can I go look at the box with the glowing runes on it?
Right there?
Yeah, the new one that popped up, yeah.
Sure. Go up and take a look. So you go up and investigate the box. It is identical to the one in the starting room. Again, it seems like there is a seam, but you cannot open it. As you enter the room, you get a good view around, and something strikes you about this room. Much like the room to the south, there are holes in the wall. 36 of them.
Oh boy.
That's a lot of fingers.
Oh boy. Are they like arm size holes?
And they are again arm-size holes, just like the room to the south.
Weren't there... I'm thinking of the symbols that were in the other ones, right?
You can recall.
Do I know that the other ones were numbers?
Yes.
Okay.
You also
I
remember...
wanna-
Hold on, let me go ahead and draw... Let me go ahead and draw which ones were the correct holes in the 4-hole room. So that would be this one and this one were the ones with switches in them, and the other ones hurt.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go back to everybody and be like, I found a hell of a lot of holes.
Hella holes.
I don't know if we're gonna have enough arms to stick into those guys. But there might be a clue as to which ones we need.
Let's take a peek down this hallway then.
You heading east? Okay. As you approach that dragon statue, you hear a roar of fire. The dragon statue starts to breathe a fire wall directly in front of it, blocking your access to the next room. However, as it does this, much like the first panel you encountered, there is a square in front of you that reacts to your presence, Nag. And as the rest of you gather around, you can also see what Nag is seeing. It seems to get stronger as Nag or Archie get close and get weaker as they go away. Whatever the case, they seem to be reacting to Archie and Nag specifically. There's a series of them this time. you see 6 of them, but only one of them is lit up. Again, you see that you can draw starting from the spiral symbol.
This is.
You find you cannot go through the brown squares. You find that you cannot overlap the same line. So that would be invalid.
Who's drawing? Was that you, DJ?
That was not me.
Oh, okay.
It was not me. That was.
I wasn't sure if you were
Bob.
exampling.
What is the goal of this? What are we trying to accomplish with the drawing?
We don't know. I try that.
What do you try?
I do that. The red line.
You're the red line? Okay. When you do that, Nag, the panel makes a pleasant chiming sound. And the next panel lights up. Let me reveal that. It seems that you have had a correct input. The panel, again, makes a pleasant chiming sound, and the next one lights up. You notice some black dots on this one.
I don't think you can go through the black dots.
You
No?
can.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we have to go. We have to go through them. Maybe.
Yes. So who drew the red line?
I did.
You hear a pleasant chiming sound. The next panel lights up.
I know this one.
So I can draw. I can't do that. Oh, Control Z.
No.
Control Z. It doesn't work. I can't delete
Okay.
things.
I don't know why that doesn't work for you.
No.
Hold on.
No. I had it. What happened?
Oh, I got it. Yeah, there you go. I'll leave you to it.
The white
Too
line?
slow.
Let me follow the white line here. Yep,
I went off the board, but it's
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah, it's hard to draw.
it works
Got a
for
little
me.
carried away on that left turn there. you get a little drift.
Take a
Tokyo.
left turn.
Little Tokyo. Little left turn.
No one said I had to be sober.
Oh.
Is this the same one?
Speaking of,
This is literally the same one.
Not exactly.
Yeah. There's one block difference. It's a trap.
Yep.
My awesome line drawing.
Oh God.
Oh goodness.
You see that there are 2 spirals on this one.
Interesting.
You see that you can
Yeah.
start from either one.
I do a quick, like, I just draw from one spiral to the other. Does anything happen?
No.
Like, can I go through it?
You can go through it just fine.
Okay.
Can you do that? No?
Let me look at that white line.
Can you go through the one you started on?
Yeah, can you get through the one you started on?
No.
Well, that's bullshit.
Ooh, we're getting a bit cluttered here. Clean that up.
Oh, here we go. Drawing the thing, and nope, that's wrong. It's very wrong. Can I? If I don't let go, you guys can't see my mistake.
Do it eventually.
There.
Looks good to me.
No mistake here. Oh. I'm a smart snake. A snake.
Yep. Alright. Upon Nag's input of the final puzzle, the roaring inferno that was coming from the dragon statue stops. allowing access to the room.
You did it.
And upon coming in here, you see another one of these boxes. Except this one is not glowing with blue runes.
This one's different.
Is it open?
Oh yeah. Open it?
Yeah, you open it up.
Can I check
Inside,
it for traps first?
you check it for traps. You don't
Yeah.
find any traps.
Oh.
You open it up. You find a silver piece of some kind of emblem. It looks like just the piece of one.
Somebody's making popcorn.
Yeah.
Sorry. Could it be a charm?
It's a bit heavier than a charm. The charms you found have been about the size of the palm, but this is just a fragment of one, and it about takes up Korgath's entire hand. You see a relief on it. It looks like it is 2 pointed dragon heads pointing to the north and the northeast.
Maybe there are more pieces
Wow.
than the other ones.
Is just pointed, like they're pointed.
So they're dragon heads, but they're extended outwards, sort of like the star that you've been
They're like
seeing around.
symbol, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the 8-sided symbol.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. There's probably about 3 more of these, and it makes one of the crests.
Makes sense.
So we just gotta find the other. They're probably in the other boxes, honestly.
I'm going to take a look at, down here at this panel.
Okay.
I haven't looked at it yet.
Yep, you go to that panel. This one responds to Nag's presence. As you all gather around again, you see it light up. Yeah.
I don't know how these church people couldn't figure this out. It's so easy.
Yeah, you hear a pleasant sound.
Is this the same as the last one? Nope. Oh, different thingies.
Oh, what if
What happens?
Black.
I blow up and I die.
That one makes a pleasant sound.
Interesting.
Don't fuck up.
Go in between the white and black one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like that.
That makes a pleasant sound.
I'm gonna go just down the left and along the top and just to test it. I assume it doesn't work.
It does not work if you're talking about going straight up left and
Yeah.
to the right. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay. I will. I guess I'll go like that.
The next panel lights up.
Okay.
Was there a pleasant sound?
There is a pleasant sound, yes.
Oh, good.
I will go. Look at that.
Another pleasant sound.
Oh boy.
Go here, here. Here. Here.
Again.
Here. And here. Yeah, that. Okay.
I think Smiley beat you.
We did. Guess we go like yes.
Smiley inputs into the panel, and you hear the door next to the panel unlock.
Aha!
Smiley, you're so smart. Rupert, why do you always say that he's useless?
Fire him, of course, and you ruined it.
It's the sea smarts. They're not like regular smarts.
Where did we hear a noise?
Right next in the door, right next to where you are. So that's
see.
open now. Peering inside. You see that it's a hallway and it opens up.
Peek around the corners.
You see another box, this one with glowing blue symbols on it. You see another panel.
What about up? North.
Up, you see it leads back to a metal door, but you see a bar across the metal door. With your sense of direction, you get the sense that this was the door that was barred from the other side.
Makes sense. Check this panel out.
Okay. Just a single panel this time.
I don't know how to handle that. Sure. Does that work?
Yeah, that works.
Beat you, Mr. Smiley. I don't know how you draw such straight lines.
It's the sea salt.
Yep. You know, you got wobbly sea legs and you got straight fingers.
Upon drawing that shape into the panel, the blue symbols at the box directly next to you fade away.
I open it.
Open it up. You find a similar crest to the one that Archie found in the northeast room. This is again 2 dragon heads. Seems to be one of the south and one of the southeast.
All right. Mr. Smiley on a roll, so I go to this panel.
All right. That panel again.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay.
That's wrong.
Oh no. I can't delete things. Why won't it let me delete things?
That's a weird. So are you like selecting the arrow tool and then clicking on it?
There we go. I wanted to go like that. This is polygons.
Ah.
But now I think if I click somewhere else, bad things are gonna happen.
You might have accidentally set a fill on your freehand.
Fill?
Yeah, so when you click freehand, at the top there should be a color, and then a color, and then regular, it should say.
Yeah, I got regular.
Yeah, the second color should be the transparent.
I think it is.
Oh, well, then you should just be able to draw a line.
Okay, let's see. See if I can draw another line. Oh, see. Wanted to start a new line. Just delete line.
Okay.
No!
Oh, I'm sorry. That's back. I put yours back, Smiley. I will delete mags.
Don't know what to do with that.
Hold on, let me make sure. Let me look at your solution, Smiley.
It might be that instead.
You missed one.
I did?
In the top left.
Oh, shoot. Do you have to go through those?
I don't think you have to go through the swirlies, but I wonder if you can, like...
No, I think
Start
those are just
and end.
exits, aren't they? Alpha
The
legs.
swirlies are stars, but we
Um,
have to go through we have to go through a black and a white, and then you have to hit one of the dots.
You have to hit the dots. Do
Smiley,
we have to hit the...
this line is incorrect.
Oh no!
If like I put my finger on this one and Mr. Smiley puts his finger on this one, does it let us draw two different lines?
It does not.
Okay.
It only allows one line to exist at a time.
Okay.
Can we do multiple lines on here?
No. It only allows one line to exist at a time.
One. That's fucking evil.
Okay. Oh, shit. Shit. Need to delete mine. I wish I could delete my own.
That is an invalid line, Mr. Smiley. You have collided with yourself.
I know, I can't delete my own line without going to something else. Fuck. Do we have to go through the L's?
Let me try for her. Let me say. Her. Her. Sure. Model.
How do I get that last one?
That's not right.
Can't figure out how to get the last one. Stupid dot and L thingy.
Last one what? Where are you?
Can you not see my red line?
Which last one?
I can't get the bottom right L
You
and the
missed
bottom
a-
right dot.
You missed a black and white thing up
You
here.
don't have to go through them.
You don't?
I don't think so.
I thought we did. I thought you had to have your line go through the
I thought
black
the
and white.
L's you could ignore, but you had to go through the blacks and whites.
The L is where the goal was. Black and whites
Yeah.
are just the rules, right? I guess I fucked up that area anyways. So
You think
Maybe delete
about
my line.
think about your previous puzzles. Every time you had encountered an L, it was an ending space where you could end, and that's
I
all
see.
that it meant.
Yeah. Okay, then.
You can delete my whole line. It's fucked up here, I think. I don't think that works. There's several lines.
Oh, what the heck?
You just have to.
You can roll an insight for a hint. Archie. You hold on.
I was.
Let me take a
Disregard.
That's good.
Disregard that one because I didn't mean this line like that little spot right there, the down, and then back up.
That one.
Hold on, let me
Yeah, that where that red line's marked out. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, let me take a look at the blue line. The blue line is incorrect.
Ah,
I delete my squiggle.
damn.
Archie, with your insight, think that it might be prudent to have... Hold on.
That's the same thing I just did.
I'm looking at the white line real quick. Nope.
I think I fixed it.
That white line is incorrect.
Fucking shit.
You think about this puzzle, and it occurs to you that it would perhaps be prudent to have both of the axioms you've been presented with solidified in your mind before attempting this puzzle.
Guys, we might need to go find another puzzle.
And didn't see any more puzzles,
I'm on board with that.
but okay.
The
I guess there's the 36 holes we can go play with.
It's true, yeah.
Sounds like a brothel name.
this blue line is unfortunately incorrect.
All right, let's go over to the map.
Okay.
And pull out my sword and hit him.
Oh gosh.
Who's scribbling on my map now? So, are you examining the 36 holes again?
I think that's we did that one. We did that one. We did that one. So,
Write
yeah.
down the numbers from the one, and then see what we can
I think it's just 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
10, 9, 8, 7,
Oh.
6.
So these were the 4 holes, and those were the 2 that had switches in them.
Mm-hmm.
So we did 1 and 3.
You want to check 4?
We already checked 4 on this one.
On the big one.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe 1 and plus 2 equals 3. I don't know.
Yeah,
Plus
yeah.
1 or plus the next number?
Yes, I like it.
I like it. So
Or we just skip every other number, we just do all the odds?
I don't like that.
well, what? So 1 and 2 is 3. So
So
what?
it'd be
3
1,
and 4
3,
is
6.
7.
No, 1, 3, 6,
Why 6? Oh, you're adding the previous total.
10, 15.
I don't know how you got from 3 to 6. How did you get from 3 to 6?
1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 10.
Okay.
Just that. See if that goes anywhere. Oh, I didn't set a timer. No.
Oh
is
no!
Is it all burned?
The pizza rolls or
I'll never. I
popcorn.
won't know.
The official food of pirates, burned pizza rolls.
That's what we have on the high seas.
At any point, you can roll an insight, and you'll get a big or a small hint, depending on how that goes.
Can we just go try? I'm willing to risk burning my arm off.
I wrote down the numbers, so let's take a look at the 36 holes. 36.
I'll put my hand in the first one.
The first one from the left?
Yep.
You feel a burning sensation, and you take 6 damage.
Fuck this up. Ow.
Let's see.
Can I put my hand in number 5?
From the left? Sure. Let me make sure we're talking about the same one. You're talking about this one?
Yes.
You stick your hand in there, Archie. You feel a switch.
Alright. That's
Okay.
5.
So number 5 is a switch.
Should we try 7? Maybe it's all... No, it's not all odds, because 1 wasn't 1.
I could just use my mage hand and stick it in all of them and find out where the switches are.
Well, what is the burning sensation? Did we have a burning sensation and a switch in each of the others?
No, just 2 and 4 burned. 1 and 3 had switches.
I wasn't sure if we'd used Mage Hand. I don't think we did for all of the
No.
holes.
Nope. I stuck my hand in it. It hurt.
Well, it's worth a try.
I begin to stick my hand in all of these holes. My
Your
mage
mage
hand.
Okay. So your mage hand.
And I do it suggestively too.
Yes, of course. So you slyly stick your mage hand into, I guess, the second hole, because you already tried the first. It goes in. And in your real hand, you feel a burning sensation, and you take 1 damage.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Alright, so it's 1, 2. We checked 5.
5 is a good one.
What was the next number in the sequence? We said 1, 3, 5.
I mean, if you're just going odd numbers.
Well, no, it was 1 plus 2 is 3, so it's 1 and 3, and then plus the next. Wait, no, I think I fucked that up. I don't know.
Insight is always available for hints. You think
Can I
that
try the 7th hole? Oh, sorry.
7th from the left? 1, 2,
Yes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sure. You stick your hand in the 7th hole, and you feel a burning sensation, and you take 5 damage.
Okay, great.
We have lots of fingers. We can just do
Archie?
this. I've got healing.
Think about it. Something that struck you about the 4-hole configuration is how those old numbers were presented. They went from 10 to 1 from left to right. If you read them right to left, it would be counting up.
So, really, that was hole 32. We go back to the big map, or not the big map, the 36 holes.
Sure. So
36, 35, 34.
this was the one you pulled.
32. That's 32. So 2, 4. Let's try hole number 8 from the right.
8 from the right. You
Yeah.
stick your hand in the 8th hole from the right, which would be this one, and you feel a switch.
Aha. Alright. How about hole 16 from the right?
You stick your hand in the hole 16 from the right, and you feel a switch.
And I guess we already found 32. So I will put my hand in 8 and motion for someone else to put their hand in the other 2.
I use my mage hand and suggestively put my hand in there once more.
You do, but again, it takes more than 10 pounds of force to pull one of these switches.
I did my best.
Is his arms even long enough to reach it?
It's a good idea. So the 3 of you hit those switches at the same time, and a few moments later, they reset.
We have more switches to hit.
Interesting.
8, 16, 24, and 32.
Why
We had
24?
Because 8, 16, they're all 8 apart.
That was doubling. I went 2, 4 from the other one. 2, 4, 8, 16. But you can free to stick your hand in number 24.
No, I'm alright. Mage hand it.
I take
But then
damage
he's
if I
still
do that. That hurt.
You notice that Rupert definitely got hurt the first time he stuck his mage hand in a bad
Yeah.
hole.
But he
But
gets called Buster all day. Fuck it, I'll stick my hand in the 24th one.
You feel a burning sensation. You take 5 points of damage.
I'm gonna slap somebody.
I mean, it was your idea. You back up your
I'm gonna
idea
go
with your own hand.
Sit at the door at the steps and wait.
Fuck it, I'll stick my hand in number 4 from the right.
You feel another switch.
How about hole number 2?
You feel another switch.
Great. I will stick my hands in hole 2 and 4.
You manage to get both of your hands in each of them.
Alright, peeps. Put your hands in the holes.
Nope, I'm not doing that
Hands
anymore. I'm not getting burned no more. Mm-mm.
These ones are good.
Nope.
You already proved they were good.
Nope.
If Rupert were talking, I'm sure he would mention something about Korgeth just not being skilled at flicking switches and holes.
I don't give
or
a
something.
fuck.
Oh, I'm sure he is very skilled, but he's being smart like me and not sticking his hand in the hole of burning doom.
I'll hold my hand up just high enough and be like, high five, little man.
Haneke gets bored, and Lulu also gets bored, and they stick their hands in 32 and
Oh,
16
yeah.
respectively.
Hey, what have you two been doing?
Very amused. Lulu kind of giggles. I like the part where Rupert got burned.
That's fair.
That's rude.
What? You had a very cute face when you did it. She smiles.
Oh, jeez. Let's continue.
So, everybody pulls the switch at the same time on 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32.
I mean, we are at a church. We could have a ceremony.
What, you and Nag finally tying the knot?
I was thinking you and Lulu.
I
But
got you
Lulu.
first.
do.
Let's continue.
You hear a... first of all, let's go ahead and have you guys all line up against the wall that the holes were on. So that is in this box.
No, man.
Never good. Don't
Yeah.
do it.
I'm gonna be in the back for once in my life.
Alright. You hear the box behind you kind of start to open. And then a deep, deep darkness overcomes the room. And this is a magical darkness. You find that you cannot see anything. Let us go ahead
Where's our
and
drift globe?
roll initiative.
Oh, wait. Oi!
Mm-hmm.
I can't click on my token to roll! Can't
Well,
see it!
That's
You
true.
can find it. Just click on it. It's still there. You just have to guess where it's at.
I will
Okay,
reveal.
I got it. You just have to like drag and open the box and you can do it.
There you go.
Okay, now you don't have to cover it back up. We're cool. We can just.
Wow, we are rolling awesome, guys.
Ah,
Good
can
way to start off.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the middle of the catacombs. There's nothing should be happening.
No, of course not.
I need level 7.
I mean, don't say I never did anything for you, Korgath.
Hey.
Alright, now I'm gonna...
I never. What is it?
This magical darkness takes you. You hear shuffling around you, as it would seem that you are no longer alone.
Motherfucker!
The clattering of bones and
Bones!
flesh. Bones and flesh
Son of
around
bitch.
you.
I'm tired of fighting shit with necrotic. Tired of it.
And let me get initiatives for these guys.
So dark vision doesn't work in magical darkness?
Nope.
Nope.
Uh,
You Torches wouldn't help either.
maybe a drift globe would.
Probably not.
I don't think it does, no.
But you can try.
You think back to your drift globe.
I think it does. Let me look here.
You remember one
Smiley?
of its properties was you know, daylight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Duh! You're welcome.
Oh yeah.
least one of us pays attention.
Oh yeah, once the daylight. Oh, okay, yeah. Just says 1 use per day for daylight.
All right.
I believe
So-
Mr. Smiley said he was carrying it.
Yes. Why did I pick that song? What am I doing?
It was very whimsical.
It was. That's not what I wanted.
Take me to church.
So you hear a shuffling in the darkness. And all of a sudden, Archie, something is swinging at your face.
Oh boy.
And he's gonna get advantage because you cannot see him.
Oh no! Let him in
As
the back.
a great sword in the darkness comes at you.
Does it mean he also can't see me?
Maybe.
Can see fine. He manages to get a 9 with advantage, which is
Oh.
spectacular.
Oh!
Like
This is
John
his second attack.
Oh, that second one's rough.
That
16.
one.
So you take 7 slashing damage as a figure in the darkness swings at you.
Hey, at least our drift globe's up next.
Smiley, it is your turn.
Could I tell what was kind of swinging at me?
You can tell it was a giant sword and that it was coming from your south.
Gotcha.
Smiley?
Um,
Hang on, let me get my gift back.
I don't remember what the command word is. Daylight?
The drift globe seems to have sympathy upon you. It floats out of your pack and up into the air. And then a warm, radiant light fills the room. Suddenly, the darkness dissipates as the daylight reveals the room once more.
Oh,
You see that there are 3 figures now surrounding you.
oh man, undead cleric. Oh man, he probably does the same shit Archie does.
It was an action to have it cast the daylight spell, Mr. Smiley.
It was. I will bonus action disengage. Is that all spaces or just the space I'm in?
Where?
Checking.
Disengage.
I think it might be the space I'm in.
I don't think you can run past everybody after you
Yeah.
disengage.
I'm checking.
You can. If you're disengaged, if you just take the disengage bonus action,
Oh.
you can just completely avoid
didn't know
AOs.
5, 10, 15.
Smiley's like,
20,
peace,
25.
peace. Bop!
I'm not doing this! Not again! Nope!
Stop, Felicia. You're gonna get cut off from the rest of the group.
I'll be okay.
Archimedes.
Oh, hello. I would like to round and see all these wonderful undead creatures around me.
If you kill them all before I get to go, I'll never forgive you. Never forgive you.
I need to figure out. Actually, I'm trying to do.
Figuring out's an action. Sorry, you're out of moves.
No, I have Destroy Undead, but I'm trying to find because I don't have my book with me.
Is it one of the new spells?
No, it's a cleric feature. So, it's 5th level, an undead creature fails its saving throw against my turn undead. Creature is instantly destroyed if its challenge rating is at or below a certain threshold. It's half or lower. They're probably not half or lower, but it's worth a shot. Why not? It'll be fun. So they need to make me some wisdom saving throws.
Yep, there it is.
All 3 of them?
Yeah. I didn't think this out.
Oh, you have to do your turn undead feature, and it.
Yeah.
Well, it's turn undead and it has the thing, so it's
Okay. So turn undead starts on you.
30 feet. Anything that can hear me within 30 feet.
So that's all 3 of them. Yep. Alright, wisdom saves from the undead knights. Why did I roll that with advantage? The first one was a 4, so he fails. That was Knight 1. Knight 2 It's 12. I think that's a failure. And the cleric is going to go ahead and give it his best. Nope. I think that's 3 failures.
Well, if their challenge rating is half or lower, they are instantly destroyed.
They are not.
Figured not, but they will still be affected.
So they have
I
to...
think they're still affected by my turn undead.
They should. They have to...
So that they... Sorry, my dog is flipping out over here. Turn creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can. It cannot willingly move into a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use dash action to try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. That's the actual feature.
Okay. For 1 minute or until it takes any damage, they must try and move away from you. Okay. So it's the cleric's turn. The cleric is turned. You see the cleric was preparing to cast a draconic spell upon you guys. And then all of a sudden, Archie holds up her holy symbol. The visage of a white and a black dragon snake around the room and pass through each of the undead bodies, including the cleric. The cleric stops his movements associated with the spell and turns and tries to move away. And then it takes the dash action and tries to get further away. So you actually see this cleric like way down here, out of sight. Rupert.
Okie dokie. Oh boy. I'm gonna move, I think. Here, 1, 2.
You
3.
take wait, no.
Oh, I know.
You don't actually, because you're turned.
Oh, haha, nice work, Archie. I cast Heat Metal on the second one, on Undead Knight. I'm assuming he's wearing metal armor.
Yeah, you see some old, like, shitty, rusty armor on it.
Yep, I will Heat Metal on the armor.
Yeah, he doesn't really get a save versus that, does he? He just straight up takes the damage.
He takes the damage, and he has a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability check.
Oh boy, so go ahead and roll your damage. As he begins to simmer.
Oh boy.
And take 3 damage. You see that the turning effect on him seems to have diminished. He is no longer wildly looking around for an escape route.
He has disadvantage now?
He does. Korgath.
I'm gonna YOLO up on the homie number 2. I'm just happy I get to hit something finally. Now I'll go into a rage.
It's all for you, Korgath.
And as for the first attack, yeah, we're fucking, let's reckless. Boop. And we'll do that.
Yeah, that's a hit. Ouch. Yeah, you cleave off a good chunk of his charred, shitty armor, and
We're doing it again!
Okay, that's a hit. You've taken off a good chunk of his ribs. He's still standing.
Okay, that's my turn.
Nag.
Alright. This is the one with the, that Gorgas hit on that has...
The heat armor going.
Yeah, there's the little blazy symbol on him.
Alright. I'm just gonna scoochie up here. And then I will hex that undead knight. And then I will Eldritch Blast him.
Okay. Nope.
And I will Eldritch Blast him again.
Also no.
Alright. Well,
unfortunate.
that's it.
Okay, so it's this undead knight's turn. he turns his skeletal head towards you, Nag. He mouths a word. He's like, traitor. Comes straight for you. He weaves around you, Korgath.
I'll take my attack of opportunity.
Raider.
Well, he went like this, so he never actually left.
Oh. Well, he has disadvantage. He has, like, super disadvantage. He has disadvantage because of my spirits. Haha.
He has disadvantage because of the spirits, and also his heated metal.
Super disadvantage.
But he's going to try again. So with disadvantage, he's going to swing at you, Nag, twice. 12.
Nope.
22.
Yes.
But you take half damage.
As the spirits from Korgath's attack still his blade just before it hits you. As for Undead Knight 1, well, he is gonna fucking run away.
25.
So,
Half damage.
so he makes
That's right.
it.
Welcome to Barb Life,
Yep.
homie.
Thanks, buddy.
And he's like way over here. He's just gotta move as fucking far away as possible. Outside of like 30 feet of Archie, so right there probably actually. Like right there. Okay. Smiley.
Oh, perfect. That's great. What's happening with this guy?
Get him, Smiley! He's getting away!
He's still got the turn undead on him.
Get him!
10, 15, 20?
Don't let him get away!
25, and then I will, if I could find it. I will use Booming Blade on this dude.
That's a hit.
And I think it's a sneak attack. Are undead immune to sneak attack in this version?
No. Why would it be a sneak attack?
I'm by myself.
Oh yeah, that's right. Rogue.
Because he's a rogue.
I'm just going to take it at face value when you say it's a sneak attack.
Everything's a sneak attack.
I will call out when it is, and I promise.
So that's 20 damage. Nice.
And then I'll bonus action disengage. 5. Oh no, bonus action dash. Because I don't need to disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20.
So the
25.
moment you hit him, you knock him out of his turn. So when you dash away, he takes his attack of opportunity.
That's it.
Wait. What's he
He's
No,
gonna
no.
hit your ass.
He took his attack of opportunity because when you hit him, you ended the turn undead effect.
Oh, no, I meant that one. There you go.
If you make a melee. Oh, yeah. Okay, he does. As you will, Smiley.
Jesus.
That's all I have. That's all I can do.
Run up,
Archimedes.
poke him in the back, and run away.
Yep.
I would just want to do a Toll the Dead on number 2.
Okay. Wisdom?
Oh, that wasn't supposed to do damage. Ignore that.
Okay.
Sorry, my character sheet's being real wonky.
He fails. So 1d12 necrotic.
Roll 3.
You see that the necrotic energy kind of fizzles against the it fizzles a bit against him. It still does a little bit of damage, but not very much. It's almost like he's got resistance to necrotic or something.
I should know that.
This cleric was a little bit zealous with his turn. It was only supposed to be about 30 feet away from Archie, but he still turned. So he's actually just going to chill there. Rupert.
I will use my bonus action to cook the knight number 2 a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. God damn. The smell of burning bone and flesh really fills the air now.
Man, I'm getting hungry.
He's getting pretty close to completely disintegrating, although he's still holding on.
Okay.
Hey.
And I'm gonna move here and here, poke my head around the corner, and use Vicious Mockery on Undead Knight number 1.
Alright.
And I'm going to say to him, Hey you! I dare you to try to hit me. I bet you don't have the guts.
That's a failure, isn't it?
It is, and this is now, the damage has gone up because I'm level 5.
Yep. Good old cantrips.
It's a 4.
As your mockery seems to wear away on the skeleton's will to fight.
Okay, and then I will use the last 15 feet of movement to move back here. I guess I can't share a space with Smiley.
No. Technically could, because you're small, but we're not going to worry about that too much. Korgath.
Yeah, let's hit old dude that's almost dead.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, 21's going to hit.
Is he still alive? Is he still standing?
What's the damage on it? Oh, it's 14? No, he is not standing, so you kind of go through his vertebrae, and you shatter his spine, and he just kind of crumples into a bunch of bone dust in between you and Nag. And he's no more.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hey! Surrender!
Yeah, that's a hit. As you take off several of this guy's ribs, he is now not looking very good at all. Nag.
Move down here. Bonus action to apply Hex to that Undead Knight, and then Dredge Blast.
Big blast, that's a hit.
And
Oof.
this apparently isn't going to do much, but there you go.
The Hex is necrotic. So this knight is, he falls in half, but, like, his upper half is still threatening you as it crawls along the floor.
I don't think that one hits.
No, that one does not hit.
Yeah. Okay.
What's left of this knight is actually going to swing at Korgath.
With advantage.
He should have advantage because of the reckless, so...
But he has disadvantage because
Shit.
so it's just a straight up
Oh,
roll
yeah.
because of Vicious Mockery.
Oh, thank
That's
God.
true.
So an 11?
That's true.
So it's the 11, not the 20.
That doesn't hit.
It'd be 11 plus 7, so 18?
Yeah, that hit.
Okay, so it'd be 18, so that'd be 9 plus 4, so 13 slashing Korgath on the first
Okay.
hit.
Half though, right?
Yeah, 13, then half it because of the
So-
rage. Yeah, 6.
Okay.
And Vicious Mockery is just the next hit, right?
Yes, he will have advantage on this one.
It's alright, as long as the next one's not a crit, we're good. Gucci. That missile! That hits, that's my armor class. Damn it.
So 7 damage.
7 more.
Yep. Smiley.
Oh.
You see that there's not much left of this undead knight, but it's still swinging away at Korgath.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, bonus action. 5, 10.
The fuck are you doing?
He's doing rogue shit. Look at this. Look at this man.
That's my turn.
Archie.
Molly abandoned us!
Realizing most of my stuff is necrotic damage. Is
Oh,
the
I was
hard
muted,
part.
sorry.
You can always have.
I mean, is he? You're really that hurt? You're always complaining. You always make it seem worse than it is.
Yeah, okay.
Let me do a bane on to Undead Knight 1.
Okay.
Isn't that like 3 targets?
only that she can see.
Yeah, but they're all kind of spread out because I derped and let them run away.
Mm.
Charisma.
Yeah.
Well, even with advantage that he shouldn't have gotten, he fails.
He's feeling rather charismatic.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. The cleric is still turned, because he's turned for like a full minute. And he is not within 30 feet of Archie, so he stays where he is. Rupert?
Okay, Undead Knight 1 is still alive, huh?
Just barely.
Okay, I'm going to try to mock him to death. And I'll move over here, poke my head around the corner, and say, to him.
He just dies when you poke your head around the
Yes.
corner.
Okay. I like to think that I mock him so hard just with my mere presence that his head explodes from the psychic damage.
His skull kind of just like dissolves into bone dust on the floor in front of you, Korgath, as Rupert pokes his head around the corner.
Hmm.
You hear the shuffling sounds of bones further down the hallway from where the cleric ran. Korgath, it's your turn.
Ay. I don't even remember what my 4, 5, 10, 15, 40. Hmm. I've got that fancy charm, don't I?
The rage charm?
Yeah.
Yep. So you don't have to.
I'm good. I'm just gonna stay right here.
Nag.
Alright, I guess I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I guess I'll move a little bit more to, I don't know, here. That'll be my turn.
Smiley.
Oh boy. I think I'm finally gonna get to do it.
Hmm.
I will booming 5, 10, 25, 30, bonus action dash 5. And then stab at the dude.
Yeah.
Does that hit?
14 on the undead cleric is not going to hit.
And then I will run away, sadly. 5, 10, 15, 20. I don't think I need to hit for my thing to take effect.
Probably not.
Just make an attack, yeah.
Well, he's still got the thing on him, so he's not making attacks of opportunity anyway.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't even...
Because you didn't hit him.
Archie.
I'm just gonna have to kind of walk my way over there because I can't see him. The movement is so small, I can't probably get to him.
You can fly. I mean,
25.
these are about 10
I can
foot
get
high.
right about the Korgath.
He's gonna run away now! No! Damn it!
Right into Smiley.
So it's the cleric's turn.
I'm not chasing this motherfucker all over this dungeon.
Upon seeing Archie approaching, it turns and flees
Surprise, motherfucker.
to right there. Make your attack of opportunity if
Oh.
you wish, Smiley.
Perfect. I do wish.
Yes,
Just come back. We have lots of things to talk about.
Sorry, I had it closed down. Does that hit?
That's a hit.
Don't count that thunder damage. That's not on effect. I can't use that on an opportunity attack.
Okay.
So it's 15 total damage though.
Yes. As you chip off a large amount of its bones,
Aha!
you see that its stupor of fear for whatever was grasping it to run away from Archie, it seems to recover itself afterwards.
Oh.
Rupert, your turn.
Okay, oh boy, it's far away.
Mm-hmm. Thanks the bird.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will twiddle my thumbs.
The bird kept it from wombo comboing you with hold person. Korgath.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Thank God. And we'll just go north. I don't want to get things that can hurt me really bad with necrotic damage.
It's not going to hit. That one will. Absolutely. Oof. You've cleaved off a good portion of its body.
That's my turn.
Nag. The cleric's not looking great.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll move my hex to it, and then Eldritch Blast.
Whew.
And some of this sweet necrotic damage.
Oof.
And then just go down. More Eldritch Blast.
Yep, and the second one hits. He didn't go down after the first one, but he's not looking great. Okay, now he's down. So your second blast collides with him, and then he shatters into a billion little bones. And once again, the catacombs go quiet. You are no longer in combat.
Well, that was awful.
Mm-hmm.
Note to self: let's not stick our hands in holes anymore.
You did see that the box in that room, once it lit back up, no longer has its blue shiny runes. It opens up, and it reveals another part of the crest.
Ooh, so just one more.
Yes, it seems like you have 3 of the 4 pieces.
Isn't there one down the south?
We did get
Probably.
that. The only one we don't have is the one in the main room. And the only puzzle we haven't completed is that one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because we gotta go back to that one puzzle. Yeah.
You think
What about down southwest?
Southwest.
you've never
Yeah,
been?
all
You never,
we've never-
you never stepped foot in the room to the far southeast.
uh-huh.
You mean we're finished?
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, let's check out this room. No one ever went in here.
Hold on. Which way do you come in? And when you come in, please move square by square.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not going in that room.
Let me pull something up. Wait.
Not going in
All
that
right.
room.
Alright, where do you move in this featureless room, Nag?
Hmm. Now you got me on edge. I
I'm
will.
gonna come down here and just watch.
I'm gonna set my flying snake
Hmm.
to fly around into every square and
So-
see if it touches anything that I can't see.
It is hovering above the ground?
Oh yeah, it flies.
Okay. It systematically snakes its way from north to
Yeah.
south. Nothing happens.
Okay. I will have it come back to me.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it's pressure points on the ground that's gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, sure. I will put my snake on the ground and have it slither along the ground.
Okay, give me a square by square.
Yeah.
Let me grab a token for you.
Little token. Great.
Plop. And
Aha. Snake.
Snake. Snake.
controlled by Nag. Okay, you should be able to
Okay.
move it.
Okay, so I put it down in that square that you put it in.
Okay. Nothing happens there. Okay, when it moves there, arrows start to shoot from all 4 of the walls. I'm gonna need you to make a dex save, Nag.
Let's see. Dex save. Yeah.
You fail,
Snake with arrows.
and you get pelted with arrows for
Ow.
8 damage.
Ow.
Let's see, the snake also is in peril here.
It's tiny.
It is. It has advantage on its save. Let me see.
I think I've got a
You happen to
thing
have
in
a...
here. Character sheet for the Raven, which is the stat block we're doing. Saving throws. I think, did that just say saving throws? Yep. So just +2, I guess.
Okay, +2. So it's going to have advantage because of its size. 13 fails.
Awesome.
Unfortunately.
So
So
bye-bye, snaky snake.
little snaky snake is going to take 9 piercing damage.
Bye-bye, snaky snake.
Oh, is he gone?
Oh yeah, yeah. Bye, snaky snake.
As his little minion gets impaled through an arrow and is no more. For now. It'll probably come back because warlock stuff. So you exited out of the outback into that hallway after you got hit.
Yeah, yeah.
You hear things kind of reset, and the arrows are no longer shooting.
Let's see, it was the square he was in when he died.
It was. Let me
That was, or no, I guess it was.
It was one over, so let me move that over.
It's,
Right there.
right. Anyone got any ideas?
Okay. Smiley, you are standing there.
I am going to move back here.
I'm watching Smiley right now. Yeah. Yeah, nothing bad is happening. Still nothing bad is happening.
Is there anything in the room that's interesting?
No. It's completely featureless.
How about the floor or the ceiling?
Do a investigation.
Ah, something I'm great at. God damn.
You're standing on a floor.
Alright, there's a floor in here. Did that set off anything?
Nope. 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 You hear a click. Make a dexterity save.
Shit! Sorry, I just closed my sheet so I could move. Doesn't all fit on one screen.
That's why you have 2 monitors.
Well, some of us aren't fancy.
This is true.
You fail. Uncanny dodge doesn't work if you fail, right?
I don't even have uncanny dodge.
Okay, so you take 5 piercing damage, and the arrows are still going off. Do you stay in the room?
Can I duck?
You can dash out as quickly as possible.
I guess I'll do that. Zoop.
Okay, so you zoop out of there, and you manage to get out before getting pelted by another arrow. When you leave, you hear things reset. Hold on.
I did something. Did that set off anything?
Nope. You hear a click. Dexterity
Ah,
save.
shit.
You pass, but you still take half damage. So 5 damage.
Not
Save.
feeling so hot.
Korgath,
you
hit
shoot
the
him.
wall
Hmm?
so that your ghosts protect him. That works, right?
No, I don't know.
I don't even know if there's anything in this room.
Let's get an insight
We
from
don't
some
need
of them.
those.
Okay, then let's not. Let's keep doing that. Okay, Tom, or Smiley, you seem to remember picking something up from the coffin in the room to the north of here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, the thing. The drawing. Okay, okay, okay. Go back to the beginning. I'm looking at it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
I liked my way better.
That's a good way.
Alright, when you step on that square, you hear a click in the room to your northwest, and a similar shimmering sound as to when the runes left the other boxes. You also hear things kind of deactivating in that room. So traveling back to that box, you see that the runes are gone, and that it is opened. And you find the fourth crust piece.
Did we ever finish this puzzle here?
You did not.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
Can we take another look at it?
We gotta put the crust pieces together first.
Oh.
Just
No,
need you to simmer down a minute, Pirate Man.
no comment. You can go ahead and take a look at this again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm wondering why I can't solve it. Be that bad.
You think about it a bit.
Something special, yeah.
You reflect upon the rules of the other panels and what they had to teach you. You think that perhaps revisiting older panels may re-solidify a few of the rules in your head.
Yes, let's do old panels.
Okay, so there was a series of panels to the south, which were colored squares. So this is the south panels.
Yeah.
And these were the solutions to such.
Okay, I'm with these. Alright. Let's do the other panels.
Okay, there was one panel to open up the box in the southwest,
Okay.
and there was a panel.
Hang on, what about this one?
Which one?
This one we're on right now. Okay, alright, next one.
There were panels to the north. You see that? You see that one has been vandalized.
Sorry, I was angry.
Okay. We went through all the squiggles, but it might have just been coincidence. Alright, let's try it. Let's try it again. I don't know if that's changed anything.
Oh, let me take a look at
I
that.
think it has.
Examining. No, this is invalid. You see that this black square here, this one right here,
Yep.
it flashes red at you briefly before your line disappears.
And it's got to do with the Orient. imitation of them, maybe? Sorry, it stopped me for some
How about the
reason.
red line?
Alright, examining the red line. With the red line,
Wait,
Red line is crazy cakes. What are you doing?
hold on. Did someone else use? Oh no, no. Red line's good. Yeah.
the black
By
square,
the white line. Yeah.
black square right here flashes at you, Mr. Redline.
Why?
Before your line disappears. Let me look at the white line real quick.
That blue line got a little crazy there at the end. I'm sorry. Drunk lining is not fun.
Trying to ignore the blue line right now. Mr. Smiley, the panel makes a pleasant sound.
You had to go from left to right, right?
And
Yeah.
the whole piece of rock that the panel is upon lifts up.
White should have been on the left. That's what we were doing wrong.
So,
Left is the side you were going in.
I don't know if the rule has completely solidified in your minds yet, but this is a correct solution for this puzzle. I'm not going to explicitly say what the rule was, but you guys have solved this. So,
We did it.
the entire section of wall moves aside and reveals a tiny little room. So, upon entering the room, you find a very fancy little coffin. On top of the coffin, you see a charm.
Our last piece.
I will
Yeah.
check my bag for something that's charm weight.
You find a bag of sand.
Perfect.
How about that?
I'll swap them out real quick.
You do the swap, and you now have a full charm, although you do not know its effects yet.
I'll open the coffin too.
Can I?
Smells bad.
Oh. Can you what?
I was gonna say before you opened it, I was gonna do detect magic.
You open it up. That's pretty bad. There's some bones in there. Whoever this was, he's been dead for a really long time.
Thanks, friend. Yeah, I guess I'll leave and give the charm to Nag. I found this in the room.
No, fantastic.
You look at this charm, Nag, and the symbol upon it looks very similar to the charm of steel protection that you got from the Pursuer. However, the outline of it is fancier.
Charm of Steel for protection. What did that thing do?
It's the one that gave DR.
Oh,
Does this one give more DR?
weak sauce.
You don't know until it gets identified by Toby, because nobody in this party can identify.
Can we not pick this? Somebody needs to grab some fucking identify.
I don't think I can get identify.
No, I don't. I don't believe it's
bard.
on anybody's list.
A bard can't even get it?
A bard. It should be on bards, but I don't think Rupert.
What?
Depending on how you do
Say
bard,
that
I
again?
think you can get it.
Identify?
Oh yeah, I don't have to identify, but I could probably get it.
Yeah, I think
Eventually.
you can use your special bard stuff to get it.
I'm not even sure if he
But
has
if you
to.
think, yeah, I'm not going to be using.
He's like, fuck that.
I'll get it, guys. When my first spell slot opens up, I'll grab it. It's cool.
You guys have coveted Toby.
Yeah, it's Covenant Toby.
Yeah. So, you guys now have in your possession a charm. You have a completed crest, which features 8 dragon heads, each pointing in cardinal directions, and then northwest, southwest, east, east, northeast, and the other one. It resembles the 8-pointed star.
Bishop directions, they call them.
Thank you, Smiley. I actually did not know that, so today I learned something.
That's not right.
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense, right?
I
There's
got it.
cardinal directions and bishop directions.
You know what? In Terria, they're bishop directions.
And then you got little priest ones for south-southwest.
Yeah,
God almighty.
we call those knight directions.
Okay, let's leave. Oh god. What's down the stairs?
That's where you came from.
What's down these stairs?
We want to go to the door.
Oh.
No, those are the stairs you came from. You go to the door. You find it's a very ornate door. You see a large relief in the center of it, where it looks like a crest of some sort fits. Yeah.
Some sort of 8-pointed crest.
Well, we tried.
So I'm assuming you just stick that sumbitch up in there. So you stick the crest in the door, and a panel opens up right next to you, Smiley.
Ooh. I look inside.
Gods.
Oh, what the heck? Do we have a copy of the thingy?
Oh yeah. Shit. They all have different colors. Hold on.
So the dragon color.
On first day, the white dragon. Second day,
Disregard.
the red dragon. Third day, the green dragon. Fourth day, blue dragon. See, this is why Nag reads books. Fifth day is fucking purple dragons over here. I can draw. Sixth day is black. Then bronze, and then steel.
Yep, as you cross the steel dots and into the notch, you once again hear a pleasant sound. The door opens up, and then there's an explosion.
Oh boy.
Off in the distance, shaking underneath your feet, you hear a massive explosion.
Ooh, shit.
Was that us?
I don't know.
The door stands open in front of you regardless, despite dust and bone falling from the wall from the force of the blast.
Think that could be our friend.
Yeah, maybe they showed up outside, or maybe maybe we did that.
Should keep going.
You follow your way through the door. You go down a narrow corridor, which opens up into a larger room. And it's no longer a secret where the explosion came from. You now see the daylight from outside pouring in from where a large hole has been blasted into the rock. And on the other end of the room, you see Cecil Florentine. Mr. Nag and Korgath, you recognize him immediately. He is with 2 other people. Rupert, you see Gorix.
Oh boy.
And with him is a female that you've never seen before. But she bears a striking resemblance to the doll that you fought in the graveyard. They turn to look at you as you rush into the room, and a smile cracks upon Gorix's face. Well, well, well. Ain't this a hootenanny?
I thought I smelled something stanky.
That's the
Well,
best you could come up with.
Cecil draws out his arm to hold back Gorix and Hilda. And a smile creeps across Cecil's face. Well, it seems that you cannot keep away from me, Korgath, Nag. Unfortunately, I have lost my interest in collecting you, Mr. Nag. I have grown rather fond of higher treasures. Let us make sure that this does not become nasty. He weaves his hand in the air, and a multicolored wall appears between you and the rest of them. This wall is prismatic. It swirls in 8 different colors. You can see through it. You can see that Gorix looks a little upset. Cecil, where's the fun if you don't put on a little show? Cecil shakes his head. I didn't employ you to put on a show, Gorix. I employed you for your services in controlling the undead. Now, if you would kindly help me look for the object.
But nobody got this spell magic?
Hilda kind of lazily lifts a finger and points at a large red stone that is seated upon a dais in this fanciful room. She says, "That is the biggest dragonstone I have ever seen." Cecil cracks a smile. Of course it is. Where else would it be? Well, it was wonderful seeing you again. Gorix, Hilda, we don't have time to stick around. We'll just let them take the fall for the explosion, and, that's only if our friend doesn't kill them.
Oh.
Gorix, Hilda, and Cecil grab the red stone and disappear beyond the giant hole that has been opened up in the rock. You hear another large rattle. It's a familiar rattle. You get an ominous feeling in your stomach as a purple and black swirl appears in the center of the room. Rising up from the purple and black swirl, you see, well, let me grab it. You see this guy?
He's teeny tiny. Oh, it got big quick.
Except
Oh.
his armor is now completely molten. Embers dance around him
You did
As-
this, Rupert.
as
You
he
did
I don't
this.
emerges
think he
from his
likes the
portal.
heat metal.
You did this.
You see
He's
that
made
his
him better.
you see that his sword now also is imbued with fire.
I swear, I should have been a totem barb.
His glowing red eye affixes on you, and he lowers himself into a combat position.
Oh boy.
And I believe that that is where we shall stop.
Rupert, what did you
Tune in.
do?
He went Super Saiyan on us all of a
I don't
sudden.
think it's my fault.
Super
Tune in
Saiyan.
next week when our heroes die.
No, I've got
know.
ultra. I'm gonna awaken my ultra instinct, guys. It's okay.
Why do I feel like DJ didn't appreciate heat metal at all? last
I don't
time?
think he does. I think he's getting kind of tired of the heat metal.
Or maybe he gains properties based on what does the most damage to him. Ah, no, that'd be silly. That'd be
That
silly.
would be silly.
I don't get that ability. I'd be dishing out the necrotic.
But before we do a big old boss fight,
Let's kill him with hugs this time.
Before we get to the big old boss fight, we hit level 6.
no,
Oh,
no,
you sure?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Good thing we took that short rest before we rushed in here.
You didn't.
Ah, yes.
Seems like we get a long rest. It's going to be a week before we fight his ass.
Those were it was a nice little excerpt you shared in the book. It was good. Glad I picked up the book.
Yeah, that made me giving the hint a lot easier, because I'm just like, oh, I can just give it to him here. Hooray!
Books
All
are
right.